So a little bit about me. I describe myself as a recovering corporate executive. And what I mean by that is that I was in the corporate life for a long time. I'm a product of the real estate industry. I got into it when dirt was invented. My last job was Senior Vice President of Real Estate Operations for the Realogy Franchise Group. And in 2007, when the market started to turn, I made a conscious decision, not because I was unhappy with the company, but simply because I was ready to spend the balance of my career really taking ownership as an entrepreneur and doing the things that I love, as opposed to going to endless meetings, which we all know happen in big companies, to use my skill set as an executive coach, a business consultant, trainer, speaker. We're going to talk about LinkedIn. Now, same question I asked this morning. How many are on LinkedIn? Oh, not nearly enough. I will promise you I will make every one of you converts on LinkedIn for a reason that has nothing to do with recruiting, but we are going to switch gears here. So, to kick off, similarly to where we were this morning. It's a new world. So, a little bit about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really boring compared to Facebook, compared to Twitter, compared to MySpace, compared to just about any site out there. But it is the professional's website for social media and social networking. In its genesis in 1981, 91. I forget, is it up there? I didn't put it up there. I forget what year it started. It hasn't been around that long. 2001. It started as a job hunting site. And it is still used for that today, but it is way, way more than that. And we're going to talk about that this morning. So a couple of things to talk about. Number one, 75 million experienced professionals representing 170 industries in 120 countries. Let me just scoot that over. It's been bugging me all morning. That's a lot of people to get in front of. It's not 500 million, but it is 75 million of higher quality people with higher quality positions in life. Again, part of our target audience. Users tend to be more senior. Senior not necessarily in age, although there is a slightly older age demographic, but more senior in responsibility. The majority of the users, 66%, are decision makers or have influence over purchasing decisions. So if you want to get in front of influencers, people that can make decisions, people that are concerned about their insurance needs for themselves or their companies, this is one of the places where they hang out. And just a little, I pulled one specific statistic, but the higher the income, the more likely they are to be players on LinkedIn. This particular number is those between $200,000 and $350,000 were 7 times more likely to have over 150 connections. All good information for us. So the basics, it's for business relationships. It's not just for job hunting. It is critical to have a complete profile, and I'll talk more about that in a minute. The secret sauce in LinkedIn to get in the game is to join groups. It's very different philosophy than Facebook. It's not about owning and having to manage a fan page. It's about getting into the conversation and hanging out with people who have similar interests and similar demographics that you want to be in their presence. You can join them by alumni, where you went to school is a good place to start. You're not going to, if you went to a conference with 1,000 people or 5,000 people, you wouldn't get business cards from everybody. And certainly the conference hosts are not going to give you an email list because of privacy issues, but they can use online communities as a place to collaborate. Networking groups, just in general, people that want to get to network because they have a specific interest. One of my favorite, non-work related completely, is you will usually, if they're around, see me with a Starbucks coffee in my hand. One of my favorite groups is Starbucks Enthusiasts. Nonsense group, but I actually got a piece of business out of that group this last year.